Welcome, and this is JordangeVision. Okay, guys, today we are going to watch the sixth and final episode of the first season of Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction. I think this might be the last episode with James Brolin, I'm not sure. Jonathan Frakes does take over at some point. I'll miss the dude, I think he was actually a pretty good host. I don't know why they replaced him, but apparently Jonathan Frakes is pretty good too, so we'll see. We got 5 more stories, some of them true, some of them not true. We'll see which is which, and I'll do my best to guess which is which. So, let's get to the final episode of Season 1 of Beyond Belief. Before I get started, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and don't forget, reacting to art is sharing art. Channels like these benefit everyone from the viewers all the way up to the original creators themselves. Also, a reminder, spoilers are likely, so if you haven't seen this episode yet and would like to, please feel free to click off and take care of that first. I'll be here when you get back. But for those of you who are sticking with me, here we go.
Will you be able to separate stories of truth from fantasy tonight?
Let's go 5 out of 5 tonight. Here we go.
You must break through.
This is a Chinese bronze mirror. One side is a polished mirror, the other side a detailed design.
Well, that's cool.
But when you shine it on a surface, the image on the backside is projected through the mirror.
Oh,
How could
it's actually
things
pretty
like
sweet.
this happen? Well, in our stories inspired by actual events, we've changed names, dates, and some details. But we have kept one thing: the reflection of strange truth.
All right, let's get it started.
A marriage of convenience is a term reserved for the upper crust of society.
Yeah, I imagine that happens more than we think.
Silver candles. Well, John was very good at deceit. In fact, there's a homicide detective who will tell you that John was truly the type who could get away with murder.
Well, I don't like this John guy already.
Allison Fender was a wealthy heiress from a family whose name you find frequently on hospitals and colleges.
Did she invent the Fender guitar? Oh. Parrot's name is Woofy?
Allison spent lots of evenings alone with guys like Johnny Walker and Jack Daniels. Her husband,
That
John,
Jack Daniels?
always seemed to find a reason. Tonight, Allison was going to tell him to disappear for good.
Oh, John's not going to like that.
I think I'm going to go upstairs and go to bed early. See you soon?
Perhaps
Yeah, good luck with that.
to explain these credit card receipts.
Oh, they were for the entertaining I had to do for your foundation last week.
And I'm certain you were alone.
Yeah, totally certain.
That was all.
I will not have you make a fool out of me, John.
You must be really tired tonight.
You said you were tired 2 minutes ago.
Tomorrow morning. I see you're drinking again. And I'm sure you don't want to say or do anything you'll regret in the morning.
No.
Classic manipulative bullshit.
It won't work filing for divorce.
Parrot in the room? I think I already know where this is going.
Darling, that I would do anything for you. Anything.
Oh, I bet you're about to do anything.
We were together.
I always thought about you first.
Not as a wife.
Oh.
I won't do it anymore.
Now he's getting
I'll never
mad.
say anything. It can't be over. We're joined at the hip. Remember?
Oh, you are not joined at the hip.
I'm also chairman of your foundation.
Not for long. After tomorrow, you're nobody.
There's motive right there. Turning up the music, what you doing? I mean, I know what you're doing, but...
What are you doing?
About to commit murder in the conservatory with the candlestick.
No, don't do it! John, no!
Say goodnight, Allison.
Yeah, hop over the blood so you don't get any on your shoes, OJ. Yeah, think better of that. Dude's really smart about this criminal thing. Wonder if anyone heard the music up full blast for 2 minutes.
It was about 10 p.m. when the maid came back.
Yeah. I've never discovered a body like that. I can't imagine how that would feel.
I know this is tough for you, but I just need to ask you one more question, all right? Would you say the Fenders were happily married?
I'm interested in this answer.
Polite.
They're polite to each other.
Mr. Fender has, how do you say, a separate life.
Yeah, she knows about that.
Margaret, what's happened?
Oh, Mr. Fender.
Oh, he's pretty good at feigning shock, too.
We're Were there any problems in your relationship?
Problems. I don't understand your question.
You don't understand that
Let me
question?
put it to you another way. Would you say you had a good marriage?
Yes, we were inseparable.
Can we get Maury Povich on that one?
We're out all evening.
Yes, yes, yes! For the 100th time.
Seems pretty frustrated by
Anyone
standard
you can
questions.
think of who might perpetrator came in through this door, you'd have to come across the garden. You'd think that there'd be some dirt, but there's nothing. Not a speck.
Oh, this guy detective's good.
Don't you worry, we'll catch whoever did this to your wife.
Oh, no doubt you will.
Detective. I had nothing on him. I was going to have to look for someone else and close the book on John Fender.
Oh, yep. This is what I thought. The parrot nails him.
What do you again? One of the most highly publicized murder trials of all time presented an argument based upon the mournful wail of an Akita dog.
Oh, really?
Is our story based?
So, yeah, I think I have heard stuff like this before where they've, it's happened in a Phoenix Wright game too. But I think there have actually been instances where, people have called upon things that a parrot has said. So I think maybe this story is kind of an amalgam of those stories. They do say they change certain details about the true stories, but keep the basic idea of the story. But I think it's very possible that a parrot would have mimicked the dying words of the woman being murdered, and I think it's actually a very realistic thing. So I'm going to mark this one down as true. First one of the episode. Let's get to the next one.
Signs like these are all too common on our streets these days. Does anyone
all over
actually
Toronto.
ever think of inviting the people who hold these signs to dinner? Of course, one man's compassion is another man's poison.
Yeah.
That's
It's a nice
my
thing to do,
Lizzie,
but some people might take
kind-hearted
advantage.
woman in the world. That's why I never told her the truth about our son, Bradley.
Shoot. Horace. Shoot.
This is my
I got
table.
a letter saying that Bradley was killed in action over 25 years ago. He still thinks he graduated college and then forgot all about his parents. That's what I want her to think.
You can't keep the truth from someone, though.
Come on, don't be afraid. Lizzie looked so happy when I brought the young man in.
Gee, this here is Kyle.
Kyle. Did our Bradley have a friend in junior hockey league named Kyle?
Only it was a surname, I think, Kyle.
I mean,
Bradley
Kyle's a
was
common
his-
first name in hockey, but I haven't really heard it as a last name. A lot.
He's been sleeping.
Ever see something look that nice?
Looks like he wants to
That's
kill it.
parsley. How long has it been?
It's been a real long time.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Tell that Lizzie was going to mention Bradley again, but this time I had to head her off. After all, we had the master plan to carry out.
Mr. Plan, what's that all about?
Sorry, dear.
Are they trying to get a new Bradley or something? Like, what's the deal here?
Enjoy, son.
Yeah, he called him son. Oh, yeah. Because he told her the Bradley's still alive. Maybe he's
He's dead.
trying to find a new Bradley.
From
What?
the looks of him, no, I'd say his number was up long ago. Taking in strangers like this could have been one of you ended up in that body bag. We're done here.
Yeah, you do have to be careful.
No, I'm good.
Even if you're trying to be nice, you know?
I just hope what we're doing isn't wrong. Taking matters into our own hands.
Just one of those where you gotta use your judgment.
How we're helping.
Sometime later, I brought another young man back. He seemed so
Okay.
hopeless, I couldn't wait to relieve him of his misery. He was so caring. No wonder I loved her so much.
Oh, I've seen this actor on Home Improvement like all the time.
Used to have a coat just like this. He got hit on the head.
He can't even remember his real name.
Oh,
I wonder if
my.
he's gonna
You must have had a concussion.
try and make this guy
And
into the new
hospital
Bradley.
didn't try to find.
It was his birthday yesterday. Our son.
Something happened to him?
Just life, I guess.
He's trying to convince him too.
Was that dinner coming?
Oh, she's poisoning it.
Hold it.
Poor man, what a life he must have had.
Dog tags. Vietnam vet. Gillespie Bradley.
What?
Bradley never died in the war.
Link
Wow.
to his past was there all along, almost like the keys we spend so much time searching for that turn up right in our own pocket.
Yeah, I know
It's
that
a
one too.
story of the kind-hearted poison out.
Let's talk about that one. So I didn't have, I didn't see exactly where it was going. I thought like, the husband was just going to try and convince the wife that this was Bradley, but apparently it actually was. And they didn't even know that. So this is something I could see happening too, potentially. Like, I don't know exactly how often it happens that, the army or whoever tells the parents that their son is dead and he ends up not being dead. Like maybe there's some mix up in who actually died. I don't know. Yeah. Although that might be a little hard if he's still got his dog tags, but this is another thing I could see happening. It's not too supernatural. It's not too paranormal. It's, just, a big mix up. So I think I'm going to mark this one down as true as well. All right. Story number 3. Let's take it.
Precious stones.
Yeah.
They can be an expression of love or the inspiration for theft, murder, even war.
All
No
too
wonder
often.
The rich and famous.
Maybe you should consider the sterling sapphire. We have had such luck putting that in the Victorian setting. At the door.
Important
But one
customer?
look told me she was.
Hi, I'm Amy Faraday. The agency sent me about a bookkeeping job.
Call Mr. Donovan. I loved being in charge. As for that odd woman from the agency, who had time for her?
Just stick her over there somewhere.
It was near closing time, and procedure called for me to load and close the vault. Hello, Kimberly.
Hi, Mr. Bromley. I hope we didn't keep you waiting.
Of course not, Mrs. Rivers.
Got one of those dogs.
Sweetie, you can look, but don't touch, okay? I'll be right over here.
Mom, how'd these thousands of dollars of jewels get in my pocket?
I was so busy stroking Mrs. Rivers and her dog, I had no idea what Kimberly was up to.
What
She
you
used
up to,
just
Kimmy?
stand in one
Uh-oh.
place and cling
Don't
to
break
her
it.
mommy, but she never saw her walk towards the vault.
Uh-oh.
And I certainly never saw her go inside.
Oh, she might get stuck in there.
Beautiful. Will you just excuse me for one moment? Why did I feel it necessary to close that vault at that moment? But that
Oh.
was me, a stickler for store policy.
Let that be a lesson. Never follow store policy.
Have you seen my daughter?
I thought I heard her when I...
Yeah. So just open the vault. Problem solved, right? Yep, she's in there.
She's in there!
Mr. Donovan is the only one who knows the combination, and he's on the road.
Oh, no.
I'll call his car.
Yeah. Call his phone. Open the vault. Problem solved.
He forgot the phone.
He has his phone? Oh, man. Everything's got to go wrong here. So he's picking the lock now, I guess?
This is going to take all night to crack this combination. Problem is, she's not going to last more than an hour without more oxygen. Even with the best tools, this will still take hours.
Well, you're working kind of slow, dude. Yeah, she turned the hourglass over before she went in there, and now it's up.
Just when everything seemed hopeless, that strange woman from the agency joined our group.
Please.
Oh, right, her.
Do something.
Just let me try. Let her try. Please.
Is this how you got fired from your last job?
I thought...
Right or left, Kimberly? Right or left?
Uh-oh.
Now, say the first number from 1 to 99 that pops into your head, okay? 1 to 99. 32.
And this is gonna work, isn't it?
Sweetheart, stay with me. We're halfway there.
Keep doing it, Kim.
1 to 99. I don't know.
Just pick one, girl.
You know, sweetheart. You know the number. You're the only one who knows. Now, 1 to 99.
How would she know?
63. Kimberly?
Oh, no.
Kimberly? Left.
Okay, that was it.
Oh, Kimberly, sweetheart. Sweetheart, Mommy's here. The doctor's here now.
Oh, she's kind of shaken up, but she's fine.
Kimberly was going to be all... I was so lost in my own thoughts, I never saw her leave.
And she's gone.
I couldn't imagine who this was, but I'll never forget what she had to say.
Hi, I'm Amy Faraday. The agency sent
Okay.
me about the bookkeeping job.
That just got weird.
And then again, don't people win $1 million lotteries every week using this method of guessing? Why
guess.
does another woman with the same name show up for the same job at the end?
This
Let's
story
talk.
will be revealed.
Yeah, there was a lot in that one. There's some elements that are believable, but like all of it together, the girl in the safe coming up with the combination on her own, and this mysterious woman, showing up for the temp job, and another one with the same name, showing up at the end of the thing after the first one disappears. That is a lot. Like again, if it was just the girl being rescued from the safe with the random combination, then maybe I could believe it. But everything together is a little too much, I think. I'm going to mark this one down as fiction. We've got 2 truths, 1 fiction. Let's see what the 4th story is. Pretty flowers.
Maud and Jerome Metz have been experiencing episodes of ESP lately. Their visions only occur when they are in the beauty of their rose garden.
Uh-oh.
A grim reminder that every rose has its thorns.
Watch out, James.
This is almost as lovely as you. It's beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? How about a little wall surrounding?
I love it when couples just dance randomly. Oh, yikes.
Oh, it's Freddie. He's about to do something foolish. We have to stop him, Jerry. We have to stop him. Call him.
Yeah,
Call him.
Oh, helicopter
Jerry,
parents,
call him.
anyone?
Relax. Freddie, don't do it, Freddie.
Slow down, Dad. What are you talking about?
Business deal.
How do you know about that? Nobody knows. I haven't even told Doris about it.
Your mother and I know all about it.
What do you mean you saw it? What are you
Yeah, what do you mean?
It's our rose garden, Freddie.
A simple, everyday act. The 2 o'clock feeding. What's about to happen cannot be explained easily.
Let's see. Oh,
Danny, can you come here and watch your little brother, please?
watch your little brother, Danny. Uh-oh.
Danny?
What just happened?
You okay? Aw, here. Listen, if you want, you can go outside and play, okay? Okay. Now stay out of the street.
That stay out of the street comment.
Jerry, come quick.
Uh-oh.
The baby's in danger. There's glass in the baby's food. We've got to call Doris right away. Hello? Dad, I can't hear.
And somehow they know this. Oh,
Dad, what are you talking about?
There's glass in the baby's food.
oh, she see it? There is. Trying to kill your brother, Danny?
I just don't understand why it's happening to you and not to me. Maybe it is an allergy.
Oh, she might have something going on.
You're sure, Dr. Bennett? But these are very special roses.
She allergic to the roses?
Tests had proven totally inconclusive, and all they knew was that she always became ill around the roses. For Jerome, the choice was clear. The magic powers of the roses, or the life of the woman he loved.
Gotta lose the roses. The roses gonna put up a fight? Now maybe something's gonna happen and she won't know because the roses aren't there.
Hello, Freddie.
Dad, how did you know it was me?
I just know.
You remember
Does
that
he have the rose
investment
power
you
now
told me to
too?
stay away from? I had everything we owned tied up in that investment. We'd have been out on the street. I can't thank you enough. And Dad?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Special care of that rose garden.
Oh. Look what I just did.
Since ancient times, roses have been connected with mystical and religious power. In fact, that's where the Catholic Rosary gets its name.
Oh, really?
What about our story?
Learn something new every day. Again, a lot going on in that one. It's a little weird. Parents do have feelings about what's going on with their kids. Like, they have, like, a vague feeling. It's a little weird when the feeling is that specific, though. I can understand having a feeling of, like, oh no, something's wrong with my kid. But having a feeling of, like, oh my god, there's glass in the baby's food, thousands of miles away. Like how would you know? It's a little too weird. I think I'm going to mark this one down as fiction as well. So there's one more story. There's not a whole lot of time left in the episode. It might just be another narration or something. So we'll see what this last one is. Yeah, he's just going to tell the story, I think.
In this picture, 2 American soldiers stationed in Australia during the Second World War. The bombs fall all around them. They somehow manage to weave their car out of harm's way. And suddenly a low-flying plane drops a huge shell directly onto the hood of their car.
Oh, yikes.
A few yards away, they see a roadside ditch and dive into it. And they hunker down and they stay undercover while the bombs continue to go off. Looking at the wreckage of their Jeep, they agree that it's a miracle that they both weren't killed.
Like the
and as
explosion
they
of the
inspect
Jeep
further, they find a large piece
blew
of
them away.
shrapnel. The soldier who'd been driving stares at the piece of shrapnel in disbelief. It has his father's name printed on it.
Oh, jeez.
Years before the war, his father had junked an old Chevy in which he had engraved his name on the cylinder block. And when the war started, all the scrap metal in Japan was sent to munitions factories.
Oh, that's
The parts
crazy.
of his father's car were used to make that bomb that hit the Jeep.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy story as well. You know, it's crazy enough. An exploding Jeep actually blows them away from danger as opposed to being danger itself. Then the scrap metal of his father's car, like, adds a whole lot to that one. I hesitate to say 3 stories in a row are fiction, but I kind of think 3 stories in a row are fiction here. Like, yeah, the first 2 stories tonight were believable. The next 3, I don't know, there was just a lot to them, and yeah, I think I'm going to mark this last story down as fiction as well. Everything about that was just too much of a coincidence, I think. So again, I have the first 2 stories as truth. I have the last 3 as fiction. We'll see how I did.
Our first story tonight was about a crime of murder that was seen by an
So yeah, I said this was true.
witness.
Good night, Woofy.
Did you guess that this story is true? Well, you guessed incorrectly.
What?
This one never happened.
Okay, wrong.
What about the plot of the kindly diner owners whose special of
Said
the
this was
day
true as well.
was poison?
Think of how we're helping them.
A story like that could have happened. Who knows?
Who knows?
We made it up.
Oh,
And then there was
wrong
the
on that one
story
too.
of the little girl, the locked vault, and the unforgettable way she was rescued.
I said this was false.
I can open it.
I actually got a bad feeling since the first 2 were false and I thought they were true.
Wrong. We took our inspiration from actual events.
0 for 3.
What did you think about the rose garden that seemed to hold unexplainable visions?
Come on, give me this one.
What's the matter?
This one's just too crazy.
Dad, what are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
Was this a story inspired by actual events? Yes, it was. Now let's
This-
look
oh,
back on the
geez.
story that
0
I
for
told
4.
you this evening. Was it a work of fiction? I'm afraid not. It happened. So, how was
I got
your
them all
sense of
wrong.
reality tonight?
0 for 5 on the last episode of the season. As well, thank you for joining me for that episode. I'm not really impressed about going 0 for 5 in this one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess they made up the ones that were kind of believable, and I guess they found some really strange but true ones that kind of fooled me. But yeah. I am enjoying this so far. It's a really good show. Can't wait to see what the second season has in store. So join me for that, shall we? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out my sports vlogging channel, Jordan's Vlogs. And we will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.